too fat to fly on Southwest Airlines. The world of difference between too fat to fly and too fat to fly on Southwest Airlines. So I was kind of relieved when I figured that out. And look, I got no hard feelings against Southwest Airlines. They, as I said before, they run a commendable service. I've used them for years. But as I'm getting on in life and as I get fatter in life, I have to say goodbye to luxuries of the thin. And one of those is Southwest Airlines. Dependable, inexpensive service, but unfortunately manufactured solely for the thin, or not fat, or not morbidly obese, or not clinically obese. It's not their problem. It's my problem. I had no business buying a ticket or two or three or any tickets ever on an airline that doesn't cater to my body type. I mean, it's a thin person's airline, and I just desperately, I guess, wanted to be a normie, and so I figured the longer I could stay on Southwest, I could keep kidding myself. I'm not that fat. I'm not that, well, apparently I'm way too fat now because I'm too fat to fly on Southwest Airlines. That's a new weight of measurement. You know, there's just like thin, heavy set, too fat to fly on Southwest Airlines. And Southwest Airlines makes that determination. There's no, as we've seen, the bar for it. There's no specific weight. The armrest should be it, but that went out the window because I put mine down. They didn't care. Could be the pilot sometimes, or it could just wind up being the employees, and they'll just tell you it's the pilot. So Southwest Airlines, look, they don't hate fat people. You know, it's just like their chairs are just smaller than everybody else, every other carrier. I got no business trying to swim with the normies on Southwest Airlines. I just go to any other the carriers who've reached out to me over the course of the last 2 or 3 days to remind me that, like, even in our coach, our seats are wider than you know, our competitor. So yeah, I have no business. I'm sorry, Southwest Airlines. My heartfelt apologies. I was passing. I was trying to pass desperately for thin, and that's why I went to your thin person's airline. And one day, I will go on a diet, and I'll lose some weight. And when I do that, maybe I'll be thin enough. That'll be my goal. If I could get Southwest Airlines thin, I think that's losing a bunch of weight. Or is it? We're not quite sure because there's no quite no measurement for what exactly is Southwest Airlines thin. My gauge, I'm just saying to everybody I know who's large, look, man, I'm not telling you to not fly Southwest Airlines. I get it. You know, the fares are inexpensive. It's reliable. It's the Greyhound of the skies, as it's called. But I'm just saying, if you're 200 pounds or more, be careful because they can yank you.